Hello and welcome to Miscellaneous Spill Containment. Other. First things first, now that you got to see my face, I'm going to get rid of it. Not like literally, because then I would have no face and that would be gruesome. No offense to anybody that you know that is faceless. The Ultra Transformer Tray. This is, wait for it, a tray for Transformers. Impressive, huh? So the Transformer that's pictured there on the right-hand side is the actual Transformer from our office, or at our office. You can see our address there at the top right section. So needless to say, this wasn't actually done. We photoshopped this into the tray, but this gives you an idea of what this is used for. It is used for electrical transformers. I don't pretend to know anything about transformers except that inside of those things are what they call PCBs, which, as I understand it, is oil. I think it's used for cooling the transformers. But whatever it is, it's nasty stuff, so we don't want it in the environment. So whenever they're transporting these things or storing them out, a lot of times they'll just store them outside. It needs to have some kind of containment in case those PCBs leak. Thus, the transformer tray. Safety cabinet bladder system. We have two different sizes, the V1 and the V2. The V stands for vertical, as in that's how the drums are stored inside of these safety cabinets. So if you're familiar with safety cabinets, you're probably more familiar with the kind that we have in the warehouse, and that is the one with multiple shelves on it, and it's designed for smaller containers, jars, plastic bottles, that sort of thing. We keep all of our cleaning chemicals and bottles of Gen 2 and whatever else that Paul's got going on back there. All of that's kept in our safety cabinet. But there's also safety cabinets that are designed for 55-gallon drums, and that's what we designed this product for. So manufacturers of those cabinets, we do not sell those cabinets. If you didn't know that, hopefully you did, but we don't sell them. But the companies that do will usually offer them as in a few different configurations. Our products, the two different sizes, are designed for those cabinets that hold drums vertically, and it either a one drum cabinet or a two drum cabinet. That's where we get the V1 and the V2 from in the product name. I know it's not showing here on this slide, but that's what it's all about. So when we came out with this product, we looked at all the safety cabinet manufacturers out there, at least all the main ones that made this type of safety cabinet, and when we designed the product around those dimensions and specifications, so that when we came out with this, it fit all of those different types of cabinets. You can see that there is a steel framework inside of the polyethylene sump, containment sump. This will, of course, support the weight of the safety cabinet, since they can get pretty heavy, especially with two full drums inside of it. It would not last on top of just this plastic alone. So the steel frame holds the weight of the cabinet. If there is a leak, any smaller leaks or spills will go into the sump. Larger, more catastrophic spills will unfurl the bladder, same bladder that we've seen in the spill decks. So this bladder attachment, the door will open up automatically from the pressure of the liquid, and the bladder will unfurl automatically and provide an additional 66 gallons of containment. Rack containment trays. So these two pictures over here show what industrial racking looks like. It's all over the place in our business. Even in our warehouse, we use it ourselves. It's basically a large version of a bookshelf. So it allows warehouses and manufacturing facilities, factories, plants, all those types of places to store a lot of stuff, because you go vertically instead of just having all of this stuff on the floor. So we have a number of products designed to be used with these racking systems. We don't sell the racking systems, but we sell these products that go with them and can be used with them. The first one that we have is the rack containment tray. They are available in 1 tray, 2 tray, and 3 tray versions. This would, of course, be the 3 tray system. So you get the 3 trays plus these 2 connecting pieces, 1 part number for all that stuff. As you might imagine, these are not designed to meet spill containment regulations. They are not going to help comply, but it is more of a safety as far as preventing spills getting on the floor, or just a good housekeeping measure. Of course, these trays underneath of these 55-gallon drums aren't going to have enough capacity. But again, it's just for any incidental leaks or spills. You can connect more trays if you want to or need to. Just you can connect multiple trays or multiple systems together, or buy the individual components, the connectors and the trays. The Ultra Rack Sump. Let me get rid of this first. Sorry, I should have got rid of that before. The Ultra Rack Sump. So this one actually does have enough containment for compliance, depending, of course, on what you put on top of it. This picture over here was actually is an actual photo, not something that was staged by me in the marketing department. So depending on what's on top of here, this looks like to be like it would be in compliance. It does hold 66 gallons. This is designed to be used with a standard wooden shipping pallet. So there's no grates like our spill pallets have. Does not come with grates. It's just the sump. And then you would put your drums or whatever containers. You can see it both in this photo here as well as this photo here. There's wooden pallets on top of all of these containment sumps, and then your containers go on top of that. This has a optional drain with a ball valve. This is the only product that has this type of valve or drain on it. You can see from the picture with this, there's a switch right here that can be open or closed. So the nice thing about that is if there is a spill up here, especially at the higher levels, you can attach a hose here, open up that valve, and then just let all that stuff drain down to ground level into a another container or a whatever type of whatever that needs to be drained into. One question that comes up oftentimes is the weight capacity of this product. And the weight capacity is determined by the weight capacity of the racking system. So as you can see, the rack sump is supported by the beams, the horizontal beams of the racking system. So whatever the weight capacity is for this is the weight capacity for this. So I'm about to talk about self-bailers in this video. And when I made the video, there was 4, count them, 4 sizes, 1, 2, 3, 4. But now there are only 3 sizes because we discontinued the big boy. We discontinued the largest size, the double XL. So now it's just standard, large, and extra large. This is a way to passively drain hydrocarbons from products that will potentially collect water, collect rainwater, storm water. So here we have it installed on a containment berm. Here it's installed on a IBC spill pallet. As long as you have the ability to put a bulkhead fitting into a product, you can add the self-bailer. And what this does, this picture right here shows the filter media inside when it is new and fresh and unused. This is what it looks like after it's absorbed oil. So if you look down here to this picture, let's say this containment room is full of water, but it's got 55-gallon drums or IBCs or leaking equipment or a vehicle. All of that stuff is likely going to have at least some residual oil or hydraulic fluid or some type of hydrocarbons that's going to mix with any rainwater that's collected in there. So now you don't want to just, you could just have a standard drain on this containment berm. You could just open that drain and let that water drain out. But along with that water is that residual oil or hydrocarbons or whatever it is, which is obviously not ideal. So with the self-bailer, what that allows you to do, the water will travel through here. It'll travel into this cartridge and filter up through. It'll go through the filter media and then out of the outflow port. In both of these pictures, you'll notice that outflow port is strategically placed at the top of the filter cartridge. You don't want to have this down here at the bottom, because what happens is you force that water to go up through the filter media and then out of the outflow port. That way the filter media has time to do its job and filter out those hydrocarbons before it makes it out. This filter media the white stuff is the actual filter media. The rest is filler. When it absorbs oil or hydrocarbons, not only will it absorb it, but it will also expand as it absorbs. The reason for that is let's say that 55-gallon drum inside of here leaks. Now, instead of just residual oil, let's say it has oil in it, instead of that, mostly rainwater and stormwater with just a sheen of oil going through here, now you've got a straight spill, and now that's going into the self-bailer. What we don't want to happen is for that oil to pass through and then go into the environment. So that's why we use a filter media that actually expands. So as that straight oil spill comes into contact with the filter media, it will expand and to a point inside of this cartridge that it will completely block the flow. So nothing's going to come out of this outflow port. No water, no oil, no nothing. That's a safety feature because this product is designed, as I said, to passively filter. So if the end user so chooses, they could just install this and then just leave it open, leave it unmonitored, and that way anytime it rains, the rainwater will just automatically drain out instead of having to wait for someone to turn that valve and let the water through. There are, as you can see here, 4 different sizes. We offer the whole self-bailer as well as replacement cartridges. The Ultra Spill Diaper is a product that, as you can see in the pictures, designed to attach to leaking cars or equipment and capturing those leaking oils, hydraulic fluids, whatever the fluids might be that are coming out of these vehicles and equipment. This is made with 3 different layers. The top 2 layers are absorbents to capture those leaks, and then the bottom layer is a impermeable membrane that will prevent any of those leaks and spills from getting out into the environment and passing through the absorbents. It's going to contain that within the diaper and keep it from getting out. It comes in one size. It has, as you can kind of see here, built-in bungee cords with hooks at the ends, so you can just attach those to wherever you might find an attachment point, whether it's on a car or a truck or something like this, construction equipment. This was originally designed by a gentleman who owns a towing company for this type of application. Whenever cars or other vehicles are being towed from an accident site, and when it's been damaged and it's leaking like this, you can put the spill diaper on and prevent any of those leaks from getting on the ground and the surrounding environment. But even though that's what the original intent was, it can be used really for anything that leaks. So it doesn't have to be a wheeled vehicle. It could be, machinery. It could be a leaky engine. Anything that poses a potential leak or spill hazard is a potential application for the spill diaper. The absorbent tarp, very similar to the spill diaper in that it has 2 absorbent layers, and then the bottom layer is impermeable, so it prevents those whatever gets absorbed from passing through to the environment. This does not have the bungee cords like the spill diaper does. It is available in a couple different sizes. And so this is, you can see that there are grommets. There's grommets around the perimeter, but no bungees, no hooks, and really more typically going to be used similar to what's pictured here, kind of a ground tarp or a tarp that would go underneath when you're doing maintenance on a piece of equipment or machinery, and it's just going to capture anything that leaks or spills. The Ultra Stacking Shelf, kind of an obvious product here. You can just look at the pictures and see what the concept is. Just trying to get more room on a spill, whatever containment product it might be, spill pallet, spill deck, IBC, containment berm. You could use a stacking shelf in any of those. You can see that you can do multiple levels. And it is designed, it's kind of hard to tell from the pictures here, but it is designed so that it would drain if there is any containers that are on top of here, if they were to leak, it would drain down. Is that right? Does it really do that? Nah, skip that. I thought that it was designed to drain down into the containment area, but I don't really see how it makes it from the top here down. So I'm going to retract that statement. But anyhow, that's what stacking shelf is for. And that, my friends, is all that I have for miscellaneous spill containment. Good luck with your test.